After the recent CS update, we did see a massive pullback in the market, almost $500 million, but we are starting to see a bit of a recovery. Some skins are up, some skins are down. Play skins are doing ridiculously well, which is always nice to see. But today, I want to talk about something else, and that is cases. This video is sponsored by SkinsMonkey. If you've been looking to trade out your old boring skins for new ones, SkinsMonkey is the place. By clicking the link in the description, you'll get a 35% deposit bonus when depositing with cash and crypto, and up to a free $5 bonus on your first trade. So be sure to click that link. SkinsMonkey also has the freebies tab where they run 24/7 giveaways that are completely free to join with crazy skins. And if you're looking to actually get your hands on some good skins, SkinsMonkey is the quickest way to do it. So be sure to get that free $5 and 35% deposit bonus now, trading your CSGO skins with that link at the top of the description. So if you guys didn't know, because of the recent update, when you try to send a trade offer, the items are pretty much stuck in your inventory for 8 days, and then they get sent to the person, and then that person could, do whatever they want with them. It's a long ordeal, especially for cases. Considering on sites like Buff163, you used to be able to buy cases for much cheaper than the Steam market, and people with connections to, Chinese users that could use Buff could just buy cases off there for a lot cheaper. But now, because of that, I mean, it's just a pain in the ass to buy cases. You've got to wait 8 days to unbox them. A bunch of content creators that want cases for cheap don't really want to wait those 8 days. So because of that, I think we've seen a massive increase in, case prices on the market, because you can't really buy them on third-party sites anymore. They're one of the few things that were not negatively affected by the recent update. I mean, CS20 case, $2.40 for this thing? It's absolutely ridiculous. I've been trying to sell some because I want to buy some skins, but I can't find anybody that wants to buy them. So we'll see what goes on there. The clutch case as well, I believe, yes, it is over $1.50 at this point. Holding up really well. It doesn't look like we have a ridiculous amount of demand. Like when prices shoot up like this in a few days' time, they typically come back down, but they're being pretty solid right now, being pretty normal, nothing too crazy happening. We could go zoom out. It's nothing like this. If we see something like this happen again, this is a much shorter period of time than this happening, then you could maybe start to sell at around $2. I said at $1.50 I would sell these, but I think they're holding up really well. At $1.75, $2, I've got like 2,000, so I probably will sell some just to move my money into other things that I think are undervalued, like some skins. But we could check some other cases as well. I'm honestly pretty surprised that cases have held up this well, because I mean, if skins crash 10% in price, I don't know who's going to want to unbox the cases rather than just buying the skins. But some cases, I don't know, this price action is so wonky. I don't even know. It kind of looks like they're consolidating here at about $5. I mean, you could probably buy this thing and hold it for a couple years. It'll still do well. I'm sure it'll get back up to $8 at some point. Especially if you could somehow find it on a third-party site, which is another thing I want to cover. So, Buff, after this update, everybody just wants to dump out their cases. I don't know why I'm looking at the Fracture case, but the Fracture case is like 58 cents on Steam, and they're selling for essentially half of that on Buff. So, they're just really cheap. If you could find a third-party site with cases that you could buy for this price, I would hold them. Of course, Fracture case is an active drop in the game, which is why I don't really condone buying those, because they're just a pain in the ass to sell, and they have really weird price action. But could look at the CS20 case as well, I guess. We just covered it. Like, it's $1.37 on here. $1.37 on Buff, real world price, compared to, what, $2.50 on the Steam market. Just look at the massive drop-off it's had. This is just a no-brainer to buy at this price, if you could get them. Sure, you got to wait a very long time, but that does not matter. There is plenty of these listed at this price. I'm 7 pages in. They're still at $1.38. It's not like it's just 10 of them listed. There's so many. It takes 15 pages to get to $1.40. So if you could scoop these up, it's a very good price. And then you could sell them on the Steam market, buy skins, and then it's essentially instant profit because of how big the margin is. So it's very good to see where the case market's at right now. Once again, I think it's hard for it to hold up when skins crash in price, but it's held up surprisingly well so far, which is really, really good to see. But once again, we did see some play skins bouncing back very quickly in price. The M9 Doppler was one I wanted to look at because I actually sold my M9 Doppler because I was going to try and buy the dip, but the dip was very quick. I sold it like here, I guess. It's at like the same price, but dipped to $2,000 and instantly bounced back. So it's pretty surprising to see how well these things have held up. It looks like they want to stay at $2,200. Every single day I look at this chart, it just seems more and more unlikely that we're gonna ever come back down to these like $1,400 levels. I mean, this update was essentially like a worst case scenario. I mean, Valve changing trading is always really bad and the market reacts really poorly to it, but I mean, if this is all we're going to get from it, that's not a big deal at all. And like I've said before, updates like this are just going to keep people holding on to skins for a much longer period of time, so I think that's good for the market. The people that want to spend thousands of dollars aren't really in a rush to instantly sell them directly after they get them. Nobody really, flips skins in this game. It's not really a thing. So it's good for long term. They're just collectible items. They don't diminish, and I think that's really good for the market. Now, as I always say, if you can find something that's reached pre-hype levels, I think it's a fine buy. Fire Serpent is, I don't even know why I'm looking at this skin, because it like doesn't do anything. I guess it is over the past like 4 years just uptrend pretty much, but I guess how is this thing was only $264 in 2020. I thought it was always this much. I'm going crazy, I guess, but I mean, skins like this that don't have a lot of demand could still be solid holds. I mean, at these price levels after this dip, you could probably hold this thing for another 2-3 years, completely forget about it, and I'm sure it'll reach at least $1,000 at some point again. So completely fine to buy something like that. You'll see this happen in a lot of stuff like print streams as well. M4 print stream, I should say. Let's see. Load. Here we go. Okay, and another thing is, as always, in factory new conditions, these things always perform a lot better. Note that StatTrack are like all over the place. You should not buy StatTrack skins if you want to make money. They have really weird price trends. They have way less demand. Sure, they might be more expensive, but they don't really move in price. Normal, non-StatTrack factory new skins will always outperform essentially anything else, especially as play skins. There's way less of them. There's way more demand for them since they look clean, and they even crush minimal wear. So it's always good to buy factory new skins if you could afford them. They just do well. I've covered this a bunch of times. They'll always do well. They look a lot better. They're just good. And much like it actually has outperformed the Fire Serpent and recently blown up in price. This isn't really a chart I buy because it blew up so quickly in price, but there's other older play skins like the Fire Serpent and stuff like that that's already pulled back and done really well. You could compare this because this thing's in the Broken Fang case, I believe. You could just look at old cases that have blown up in price and the skins that are really desirable in them. The Op Wildfire is one I like to cover. It hasn't really done that much in price, but I mean, I think this is a good skin to hold for the long term. I'm very surprised this thing is only worth $150 and not more. Might take a very long time. Who knows? I'll either look stupid in a year if this thing hasn't moved in price, or it'll like double in price, so who knows. And it actually did just come off a recent crash, so I would definitely be buying here actually at $150. Very nice skin, good skin to hold for the long term. CS20 case, once again, $2.40 on the Steam market, so this thing should be expensive in factory new. But as always, I wouldn't be in too much of a rush to buy stuff unless it's at pre-hype levels or at least like crashed in price. Try not to buy things like the print stream that's at an all-time high already and looks really solid. I'd just say, stick with the play skins that maybe aren't at all-time highs, the stuff that's dipped. Like, I'm sure, I don't remember what I looked. I looked at the Karambit Rustcoat the other day. I'm sure the Karambit Boreal Forest is kind of the same. It's super rare in factory new, so let me not look at that. We'll look at just field tested. But these old play skins always perform super well. You can see it's crashed in price. A lot of the other skins have already recovered like up to this level. This thing's still at 681. So these play skins, they kind of take longer to have these moves. They're a lot more strung out even when they crash, but they're play skins. People are always going to hold them. People are always going to use them. If you could get them at a good price, you should, and you should hold on to them. This is literally all I used to buy, and everything, as you can see, is like 5x in price. They're just great. I think they're going to be good for the foreseeable future. So that's going to wrap it up for this one. Check out the sponsor link at the top of the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.